$250,000 a year. Let me show of hands. How many people make less than $250,000 a year? All right. Well, I'm talking to you then. You will not see your taxes increase.
You have a job, pay taxes, and make less than $200,000 a year, you'll get a tax cut.
What we're saying is that $87 billion tax break doesn't need to go to people making an average of $1.4 million. It should go like it used to. It should go to middle-class people, people making under $150,000 a year.
What Obama wants to do is he is basically looking at $120,000 and under among those that are in the middle class, and there is a tax cut.
Well, I strongly support public financing, and I know Dick does too.
Senator Obama, let me ask you about motivating, inspiring, keeping your word. Nothing more important. Last year, you said if you were the nominee, you would opt for public financing in the general election of a campaign. Try to get some of the money out. You checked yes on a questionnaire.
We've made the decision not to participate in the public financing system for the general election.
On this issue today, former Senator Bob Kerrey, an Obama supporter, writes in the New York Post, quote, "A hypocrite is a person who puts on a false appearance of virtue, who acts in contradiction to his or her stated beliefs or feelings. And that, it seems to me, is what we are doing now."
Do we participate in a politics of cynicism, or do we participate in a politics of hope? That's just calling the same thing something different. But you know, you can put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig.
And my goal is to get us out of this polarizing debate where we're always trying to score cheap political points and actually get things done.
President Clinton, hey, I didn't want to get into a Nancy Reagan thing about, doing any seances.
Wonderful man, that Reverend Wright.
Right, and
yeah.
who is my pastor, and he is a wonderful man.
And then I've got to give a special shout out to my pastor, the guy who puts up with me, counsels me, listens to my wife complain about me. He's a friend and a great leader, not just in Chicago, but all across the country. So please, everybody, give an extraordinary welcome to my pastor, Dr. Jeremiah Wright, Jr., friend of the United Church of Christ. Where's he at? There he is. That's him.
I have already condemned, in unequivocal terms, the statements of Reverend Wright that have caused such controversy and in some cases pain. I can no more disown him than I can disown the black community. I can no more disown him than I can disown my white grandmother. And obviously whatever relationship I had with Reverend Wright has changed as a consequence of this. I don't think that he showed much concern for me. This is a guy who lives in my neighborhood, who's a professor of English in Chicago, who I know and who I have not received some official endorsement from. He's not somebody who I exchange ideas from on a regular basis.
Rifle, you've got a shotgun, you've got a gun in your house, I'm not taking it away. All right, so they can keep on talking about it, but this is just not true. And by the way, even if, here's another thing you got to understand, even if I wanted to take it away, I couldn't get it done. I don't have the votes in Congress.
And there are a lot of Democrats who may be elected who've made a commitment to their constituents to be centrist. I don't think they're going to want to have big sudden lurches to the right.